Not too bad of a Friday out there across northern Michigan, but this is going to be ahead of yet another snowy upcoming weekend. As you can see right there, satellite and radar on the other side of Lake Michigan. Our first round of some snow, potentially even a few flurries, but we're going to have to get through a little bit of dry air first before we'll start to see that snow reaching the ground. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Future view the rest of the evening past midnight tonight. That's when the snow will start to move in. One thing to note with this system: we're not going to be talking about snow every single minute of the weekend. There are going to be some breaks from the snow from time to time as we're going throughout the day on Saturday and even Sunday. But let's walk you through it past midnight. There it is, early Saturday morning. Looks like we're all going to be looking at a little bit more of that moderate snow as we're getting into at least the morning hours of our Saturday. But notice right there by the afternoon into our northwest zones and even into the upper peninsula, a brief break, at least from some more of the moderate snow. However, it will start to fill back in as we go past the midnight hour and even getting into the day on Sunday. Now notice where you see a lot more of those darker blues, again closer to the Lake Huron shoreline. That's where we are suspecting there potentially could be some locally higher totals as you're getting closer to the Lake Huron shoreline. Lesser amounts as you're going closer to the Lake Michigan shoreline, but nonetheless we're all still going to be looking at our fair share of some snow from the system. Behind the system snow, winds go back to the northwest, so then we bring back lake effect snow chances. That will take us into the second half of our Sunday and even still into the day on Monday. So let's talk about the snow, and I want you to know these ranges from 4 to 8 throughout most of northern lower. Doesn't just mean 8 inches, it means 4 to 8. So we're talking about probably on that lower end of the range, closer to the Lake Michigan shoreline. As you're going closer to the Lake Huron shoreline, I suspect we're probably going to have some areas easily 8+ inches. As you're going north of the Mackinac Bridge, still some snow there, about a general 1 to 4. But again, just remember, this is going to come in waves. This is going to be a long duration event from now until we're going later into Sunday night. So there is still going to be some poor travel with that snow on the roadways. Winds not going to be as strong as what we've seen in previous systems. Still some blowing and drifting snow, low visibility at times, but at least with the overall lighter winds with this system, we're not expecting a ton of power outages, which is also some good news. Let's get you live weather stations out there right now. Cadillac, you're reporting 19 degrees. Wind out of the south at about 7 miles per hour. McBain coming in right there at 19 degrees. So numbers past midnight tonight. Stay chilly, not as cold as last night. Upper teens, if not some low 20s, with that snow moving in for eastern upper and near the tip of the mid past midnight tonight. Western lower, your numbers a little bit farther inland, some lower teens. Grayling back near 14. Frankfort closer to the lakeshore, 20 degrees past the midnight hour tonight. Eastern lower, still your numbers right there back into the mid-teens as we go past the midnight hour. When we're all said and done with the weekend, probably some locally higher totals here when we're getting into late Sunday night. Central lower, your numbers still upper teens near 20 degrees as we're getting closer to the Lake Michigan shoreline, with everybody at least seeing some snow moving in past midnight tonight. Scattered's going to be the name of the game as we get into tomorrow. It's not an all-day snow. Numbers for tomorrow, there you go, back into the mid to upper 20s for most of us. And into the next 7 days, we'll transition to some lake effect snow Sunday into Monday. A little bit quieter next week, Adam, but we're back with the colder numbers with overnight lows for some next week still trending below 0.